Welcome to the Shoulder Strikes MMA podcast. You are now listening to the Hot Take Hot Box. Welcome to the Shoulder Strikes MMA podcast. You are now listening to the Hot Take Hot Box.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is right. We are back. The Shoulder Strikes MMA podcast off of a month sabbatical, a true soul-searching event. My computer melted down. Ty left his local area. He got sick. He got some sort of infectious disease, brought it back to Florida, and now we are back here ready to do the podcast. There has been a lot going on in the past month in the MMA world. You know, we did not get the McGregor fight, but we did get Alex Pereira just, destroying another victim in his path, which not shocked whatsoever. Yuri's just never going to be able to beat him. It's just not a good matchup, never will be. And then we had a lot of just different filler cards that had. I mean, Rose Namajunas took out Tracy Cortez. What happened last week? It was Virna Jandiroba hit the armbar on Amanda Lemos. I'm missing some here, but stuff's been happening, Ty, in the MMA world, and we just keep on rolling on. So my name is Matt McSweeney. This is the Shoulder Strikes MMA podcast. His name is Ty Capone. Ty, how have you been? How are you feeling? Are you excited to get into a UFC 304 preview?
Yes, sir. I'm good to be back. Happy to be back. We missed a little bit. I mean, it was kind of a little dull area, right? And even in boxing, it's kind of been a little slow. It's going to pick up next weekend. That's going to be one of the biggest boxing cards ever, I think. And then we got 304, 305. I think I don't think it's completely done, but it should be close. They got 12 fights booked. That looks like a pretty decent card. Kai Kara-France, Steve Erceg is a decent, interesting matchup. And then the rest of the card, you got good matchups. But even the Abu Dhabi card, Corey and Umar, that should be good. You got Shara Bullet back in that card. Figueiredo making a quick return against Chito Vera. That's honestly a pretty solid card, top to bottom. I know you're hyped to see Tony Ferguson get back in there.
Yeah, poor Nick Diaz fight getting canceled.
Which thank God, right?
Yeah. I think literally what happened there is that Nick realized where Abu Dhabi is, and he was like, "Wait, what?" He's like, "It's all the way over there."
Yeah.
He's like, "Nah, we're not doing that." Yo, cancel the fight. And that was it.
We got the Sphere coming up in September. I'm going to be in Vegas like about 2 weeks before that event happens, so I'm kind of upset about that timing. Not that I could afford to ever go to a UFC event, let alone the one at the Sphere, Riyadh season. Mexican Independence Day.
None of that makes any sense to me at all. That whole thing makes no sense.
And also, I guess we're not getting the two fights that we thought we were going to get with Topuria and Sean O'Malley on the card. Who knows? Now we have no idea. But there's going to be something big for that card for sure. So definitely some fights to look forward to.
For sure. And, maybe at some point McGregor will fight Chandler. Hopefully in December is what I'm hearing now, but really not going to hold my breath on that one. Not really caring all that much these days.
No, man. Hold on. Did you see Connor's one tweet after? Because he tweets a lot, right?
Yeah.
But his one tweet directly after the Jake Paul, and Mike Perry fight. Man, that was some good stuff.
You're fired.
Firing somebody on Twitter, and then he said, "I'm not fired." It's just like so funny they go back and forth. But what do you call Jake? A piss bag, right? He called him a something piss bag. I think he deleted the tweet, of course, because it's all But it was a good one, and I was just hoping you would you saw it.
Oh yeah, I was on Twitter and I was just like scrolling. I watched. Did you watch the Jake Paul and Mike Perry shit? I mean, first of all, let's talk about Ashton Sill getting put into a body bag, dude. Like that was
bad.
I have never in my life ever, Ty, heard a ring announcer, your boy Joe Martinez, go, "May God restore Ashton Sill." I was like, "Is he dead?" Like I wasn't watching that live. I was like, "Wait, what happened?" I went and looked it up. I was like, "Oh God!" Like he actually might have died.
Yeah, and the craziest part is he's only 20, and he was supposed to fight Floyd Schofield. If he would have fought Floyd Schofield, now he was winning every second of this fight against Lucas Body, who apparently is an undefeated Prince. Well, his nickname is Prince, but undefeated fighter. fighting out of Canada. Probably not that great, but it didn't matter. He caught him at the perfect time. Ashton threw a lazy jab and got hit with a right, and then he squared his body up and got hit harder with another one. And then he took another one on his way down before, and then he face planted real hard. And then the referee, all out, he looked like Trent Williams, prime Jason Peters, protecting the quarterback, making sure the other kid didn't get a chance to celebrate, robbed him of his moment. So that was awesome by that referee.
Why did he do that? Was there like
I don't know. I guess he didn't want him to go on the top rope and celebrate for some reason. So he just grabbed him and said, no.
Doesn't that make you feel like stupid. Sometimes like that the refs wanted like one guy to win and that they're
like 1,000,000%. Like they're like, I don't want you to, MVP Promotions is who I work for. It's like, no, motherfucker, you're not. You're supposed to be independent.
Yeah.
So I mean, who knows? Jake Paul probably runs most of this stuff anyway because it's his promotion. He's bringing in the money. But yeah, I mean, it makes me wonder what's next for him. He's only 20, very talented, but obviously huge holes.
Bad
he was supposed to fight.
Too.
That's bad. That you got to take some time off. Christian Carter, the local boy, he got knocked out bad once. He took a lot of time off. He's been back. He's a top rank and he's looking good.
He's been tearing it up.
But Ashton Silva was supposed to fight Kid Austin and Floyd Schofield, who's only 21 from Jersey City, but I think he's much more advanced in his game. He would have got beat bad. So, let's keep him away from let's build him up like he's 20 years old, which he, is. And I assume that's what they'll do next, whenever that happens. But that was probably the best part of that card, right? Because, I mean, the Paul Fury fight was just not good. It just wasn't good. It almost went the distance. Dude, Amanda Serrano, they pulled this lady, Stevie Morgan, I believe she works at the Bar Howard in downtown Tampa in Soho. They pulled this chick out of nowhere. She got the brakes beat off her. That was sad to watch. And then other than that, I don't think
she was talking that shit too.
Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. got a W back in the win column, beating Uriah Hall, who he's like 40 years old almost. I think he's older than Julio Jr. And I don't know if this is possible. I hope it's not, but it seems like they want to make Jake Paul Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. next. So take that for what it's worth. I hope not. Yeah.
Who cares? Like that's.
I mean, what's next for the whole Jake Paul? It's oversaturated. I feel like nobody's gotten return on investment in a long time.
He wants to fight Mike Tyson. That's he
wants to fight Poetan.
Yeah, like that. Like that would be interesting. I don't think that's actually going to happen.
That would be interesting. That's what you have to do, though. That's the type of names you have to. I don't want to see you call out Donald Cerrone or Uriah Hall or let alone Mike fucking Tyson. We can't let that thing go.
I want to see you fight an actual guy your size who is probably
somebody bigger.
Yeah. So something that I actually feel like you could be threatened. Like the only time I ever felt like he was threatened was Tommy Fury, and he lost. So
who wins, him or Alex Pereira?
Who Poetan and Jake
boxing,
Paul?
Yeah, who do you got?
I think Poetan. But
yeah, I think so too.
But who knows? Like Jake Paul's good. I hate to admit that, but he is he's gotten better. I should say, he continues to get better every time he gets out there.
Did look a little tired in there. I was huffing and puffing.
Well, I think the fact that he was hitting Mike Perry and Mike Perry kept not letting him clinch, which I think was a good strategy. It was just if Mike Perry could have had any sort of defense, he might have had a little bit more success.
It wasn't a good strategy. Keeping your hands out and
your chin wide up in the air, dude. I didn't understand anything that was going on there, but.
So that was good.
But like that, you're right though. He was huffing and puffing after like round 3, and it was just because of the pace that Mike Perry was just constantly in his face. It's the way that Nate Diaz should have probably fought him, but Nate was taking some bombs, so it was like Jake Paul hits hard, and these guys are smaller than him, so it's a steep hill to climb. By the time you climb it, it's like the 6th or 7th round, and you really just have to knock him out, and you're not going to. So you wind up losing the decision every time. But this time, Mike Perry just. I really don't know. I don't know what he was doing. I don't know what the plan was. It's just Mike Perry. So I don't know why I was really that shocked by Mr. Platinum.
I don't know why anybody was shocked. There was a chance I could have went to the fight, but I'm really glad I didn't.
Yeah, well, why would you waste a Saturday night doing that when you could do anything else, Ty? With that said, we must get into it. UFC 304, Leon Edwards versus your boy, Bilal Muhammad. From the co-op live. Not even I don't know where
Live.
I don't even know where that is. I think they're fighting in Xfinity
Manchester.
Live. 14 fights from Manchester, England. It's not actually London, so it's Manchester. Okay, you're right. Leon Edwards,
who
22-3 versus Bilal Muhammad, 23-3. These gentlemen fought one time before, and it ended in a eye poke. So no contest, I believe, was the official ruling, right? Was that
I think it was the early second round.
early the second, 18 seconds into the second round, it ended via eye poke. That was March 13th of 2021. Misha Serkinov got put into a shallow grave by Ryan Spann, as well did Dan Ige due to Gavin Tucker in 22 seconds.
Man.
Lots of people were going to sleep that night, it seems. But, Ty, what would you say? I will lead this off. I usually count on you to lead it off, but I will give you my initial thoughts that Leon was, and that was 3 years ago. So, and it was only, a 5-minute fight, so you really can't take all that much into consideration, and you really can't get all that worked up about everything that went down. But Leon's always just going to be the more skilled fighter. The only way Bilal really wins this fight is if he tires out Leon, makes it ugly, makes it dirty, is able to maybe get him to the ground a few times, which Kamaru Usman really, struggled, especially in that, well, I guess it's technically the third fight. It's easier said than done a lot of times with the whole, let's take Leon Edwards down. Colby Covington didn't even sniff a takedown pretty much the entire fight. I really just don't see how Bilal will be able to implement the game plan necessary to win this. I also am having trouble thinking, it probably will be a decision. So I haven't looked at the odds. I imagine that will be the favorite of all the props. I'm looking at it right now. We have Edwards inside the distance is plus 250. So, yeah, decision is plus 100. So, yeah, that would make sense. TKO is plus 300. Submission is probably out of this world. Yeah, plus 1,400. So is Muhammad's submission. That's kind of interesting if you were on the Muhammad side, maybe on a crazy upset sort of submission type. But, Ty, Edwards is the easy pick here. And I just don't know really what I would probably take. I probably would just take that TKO just to have a little action on this. I don't really trust that. But I also don't want to just bet points. I don't know. I guess let me hear what you have to say. Maybe that'll shift me.
I feel like Leon decision is probably the safe, obvious play. I think he was better before when they fought. I think he's better now. He's younger. I don't know how long his reign will go on. Obviously, everybody has their day, and I know there's a lot of talk about how much Bilal has gotten better since their first fight, but I think Leon's also improved. You know what I mean? I know he's still not the most entertaining fighter. I know a lot of people still don't like him. The Colby fight wasn't great. I don't think that was really his fault. He got a couple takedowns in that fight. I thought that was impressive. And in the second Usman fight, that was, an easy decision, I thought. So I don't know. Bilal has fought some decent guys. I think Deshaun Brady did not look good in that fight at all. He just stood. We didn't really understand what he was trying to do in that fight. Luque, that was a close-ish fight, and I think we know what Luque is and was. And the Gilbert Burns fight was a good win, but Gilbert Burns is a little bit past it now too. So,
and he probably broke his hand early on in that fight.
Right. So, I don't know. There's a lot of mental games. They're trying to go back and forth. I don't think really either one of them is very. I don't think either one of them is scared. Neither one of them is really good at talking shit or trying to they're both kind of just boring and try to do too much. At least Bilal tries to do a lot. But also, I guess with nothing else going on, you might as well, right? So it would be really cool for Bilal to win, have the first Palestinian champion ever. I think that would be kind of cool in that sense. I think it would be a good story. I think he's been counted out his pretty much whole career. I mean, I've counted him out his whole career. I can't really talk too much shit, but a lot of other people have. So that would be kind of cool. He would win it in Leon's home country. I think, I'm not a Brit, so I think that'd be kind of cool. But I just think Leon's better. I think, he's obviously got the size advantage, the reach advantage. I think he hits harder. I don't know. The striking's kind of close. I think he's probably a better one, even though sometimes he's a little bit low volume and sometimes he just doesn't give you enough. He's got good takedown defense. Bilal's takedown defense is elite. I think Bilal, both of them are in the 30s, takedown accuracy wise, but I think Bilal goes for more, gets more. I am interested to see who out grapples the other. I think it kind of might be a wash, so it might just be a striking match for 25 minutes, a nice kickboxing match for 25 minutes. I think Bilal will probably have to get in and work in the clinch or just try to overwhelm him inside against the cage or something. But it stays at kickboxing range. It could be close early, but I think Leon walks away with it or runs away with it in the last couple rounds. So I'm gonna go Leon decision. That's my pick.
I think I'm with you too. The more I just sat and I looked at some of other Leon's fights. It's a lot of decisions on there, other than the head kick, the miraculous head kick of Mr. Usman. Covington decision, Usman majority decision, Nate Diaz decision, Rafael dos Anjos decision, split decision to Gunnar Nelson, or just a unanimous decision with Cowboy Cerrone, the corpse of Cowboy Cerrone. So, this isn't a guy and Bilal's not easily finished. He's not a guy who gets knocked out all the time. He's been finished, but it's not like a usual occurrence. He's only lost 3 times. He's only been knocked out 1 time. So I'm gonna go with you as well. I think Edwards' decision is the safe play. It's the boring play, but it could be the most lucrative play of all these options that we have here. So, Ty, we'll let you lead this one off, though. We have Tom Aspinall versus Curtis Blades, 14-3 versus 18-4. One of the first times I've ever seen a man defend his interim championship.
Insane.
The interim heavyweight champion. Dana did say the winner of this fight will face John Jones or Stipe. I'll believe that when I say it. But Ty, the odds here.
Or Francis.
Yeah, or Francis, or Fabricio Verdum. I heard is going to make a comeback. How about plus 300 for Curtis Blades to Tom Aspinall's minus 375? Ty, that's a hefty line.
Yeah, I think that's probably warranted, though. I mean, what was it when they first fought? Obviously, that ended.
It was even, pretty much. It was minus 108. It opened up at even, and it finished off at around minus 168 to 150 for Tom Aspinall.
Makes sense. I mean, he's fought twice since then, and he's just absolutely ran through both of those guys. And Curtis Blades, since that, has done really not much. He's just fought twice. He did beat Jailton Almeida, bless you.
Thank you.
In a stunner upset knockout, but that was just a bad performance by Jailton, and he got smoked by Pavlovich, and he just has a tendency of getting smoked. He's been knocked out 4 times, and in each of those times, I think we were all wondering, what he was doing. It seemed like he was in a situation where he probably should have just taken the fight to the ground each time and just had no success. Didn't even try really in some of those moments. So that was very concerning. And I think if Tom hurts him, Tom is so quick. He's so big as you strike, you just get knocked down. I think
I just got knocked out by a Coke bottle that finished before I started.
Tom's just quick. He's big. I don't know if he's longer, but he's definitely, I think, bigger than Curtis Blades. And Curtis Blades is a big boy. He's also very athletic, but I think Tom's got him really everywhere.
Yeah.
Maybe Curtis Blades is a better wrestler, or he probably is, but I don't think he's a better grappler necessarily. Tom is definitely no slouch on the ground, and Tom he brings violence, man. Also, he's very funny. I think he's a very likable guy. I think him and Arnold Allen are both very likable guys. Did you see the thing with Ariel Helwani? He told Ariel Helwani that he dips his fist into petrol.
Yep.
And Ariel ran with it, and then I believed it just because Ariel's like, you guys won't believe this, and then there's a behind the scenes of him and his dad, and he's just dipping his hand into an invisible can with nothing in it.
Yeah.
I love when people fuck with Ariel because it's just so easy. It seems like it's the easiest thing to do. Like when who is it that talks the most shit to him, that fucks with him the most? I can't think. Is it? It's not Chael.
Oh, Chael definitely does though.
But either way, it's so funny, and I love it. I'm here for it. But yeah, I think Tom gets it done. I think Tom's going to clip him at some point, and once Curtis gets clipped, that's it. He kind of is very chinny. He's very chinny, and Tom Aspinall hits hard, and he's very, very quick. He's got an all-around skill set, and he's still getting better. He's only 31. I think he could dominate this division for a long time. I got Tom Aspinall by KO.
Tom Aspinall KO. Are you taking that on the card? For the record, that is
I think I
minus
should.
175, 150. You can get that at.
He did straight arm lock a fella, but that was Volkov off his back, who doesn't know what he's doing off his back, and he choked out Andrei Arlovsky, who's a fossil. They pretty much forced him to retire recently. I know he said he's not done, but other than that, he definitely is capable of getting some submissions. But Curtis Blades has never been subbed. I don't see how he would unless he was just a club and sub, which could happen. But no, I got Tom KO. I think he's just gonna hit with like a straight right, rock him, and then it's over from there.
Like that. So we got Aspinall TKO minus 175, or I'm sorry, minus 150. Got to give you the best. I got to give my guy the best odds. I think I'm going to take Aspinall round 1, and that is plus 120. I'm going to take that at. I just think this heavyweight fights usually are very quick, and I could see it going to the second round. I kind of like a little dabble on Aspinall submission, just because, like you said, like a club and sub could happen, and it's plus 470. That's a big number for that. So something to consider. But and round 2 is plus 330, 500, 350 is the normal number. So yeah, I'm gonna go round 1. I think it's gonna be a quick one either way. Maybe he gets caught. I doubt it, though. I think Aspinall's a lock. This is a huge parlay piece. If inside Aspinall inside the distance minus 275, you might as well just take the money line, honestly, which is like in the 300s. Yeah. You might as well just take that, fire that in with a bunch of other ones, and you could probably make a little bit of extra coin. So Aspinall round 1 plus 120. How about that, Ty? And now we keep it moving to the feature fight of the night. King Green. It's not to be confused with Bobby Green, who he still is on Tapology, but I've seen his name on the UFC thing. His name is King Green.
That's good.
He's legally changed his name.
First of his name.
Yeah, first of his name. He's coming off of that destruction of Jim Miller where he wasn't able to get the finish, but man, was that a nasty fight.
We're watching that live. It was just me and you.
Yeah. Wow.
I was eating the Licios.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Licios. What a night that was. The good UFC 300, man. That was a great time.
That was fun.
He's fighting Paddy Pimblett, who last time we saw Paddy Pimblett, he hasn't been my boy in a long time. I jumped off this hype train a long time ago. Yeah, well, since December, yeah. Like I don't understand the layoffs, but it's basically because he gets fat and then he has to lose all this weight again every time. He fought Tony Ferguson and could not finish him, so that's a red flag if I've ever seen one. Listen. This fight, though, Ty, I just don't. I have never been the biggest Bobby Green guy. I never have, never will be. Paddy Pimblett's the underdog here. Can you? I guess if they stay standing and maybe, I feel like Paddy Pimblett has the very obvious advantage in the grappling department, don't you think?
Well, his last couple fights, I guess he did take Tony down, but he also did knock Tony down. But his wrestling isn't great. He has good grappling. I will say that. Yeah. He has a very good, very good back take. And historically, I don't think Bobby Green, at least from what we remembered, most of his career, the grappling, the wrestling, that was not his forte. But honestly, he choked out Tony Ferguson. I know it was, Tony Ferguson was old, but he did something Paddy couldn't do. Arm triangled him, which was even crazier at the very end of the fight. He didn't let Grant Dawson get near him. Nope. So, who knows what would happen if that went differently. Jalen Turner's imagine what Jalen Turner would do to Paddy Pimblett. And then Jim Miller didn't even go for any grappling. We were not happy about that when we were watching.
No.
So it's kind of been a while since there's been a big, even an extended grappling wrestling exchange. Islam Makhachev didn't even really need to do all that against him. So I am actually kind of intrigued to see how that goes. Bobby Green is 38 now, something like that. So that's an issue, right? And Paddy's, you would assume, in his prime, he's 29. I don't know what kind of shape he's in. They're about the same size. Paddy's probably a little bit bigger naturally. Mm-hmm. So I don't know, man. I'm going to trust Bobby Green here. I don't know why. I think it's just fade Paddy. I think that's pretty much what I'm on. I'm going to go Bobby Green decision. I don't know. This is the same guy that Jared Gordon was just hitting with every single left hook. that was pretty telegraphed. So I just don't trust Patty on the feet. I don't really trust him to get it to the ground enough. But Bobby Green does swing wild. Maybe he can do that. I'm not gonna. I don't think I'm gonna bet it though. I think I'm gonna stay away from that.
Ooh.
But I think Bobby Green wins a decision.
Green decision
Good
is
enough.
plus 185, so that is a good number if that is something that you are interested in out there in the public. Let me give you a couple of these. Bobby Green TKO is 400. You can get it as high as plus 550. Paddy Pimblett TKO is plus 600, 650. I don't really. Now that I say that, he'll probably knock him out, but I don't really see that happening. Pimblett submission is plus 500, 450. That's going to be hard for me to walk away from. Pimblett decision is plus 275, 290. I think I'm going to take Paddy Pimblett submission plus 510. Just to I really should not bet. Like I'm with you on this. I really should not bet this fight. I don't have. This is probably going to be my least confidence in a pick, but I just feel like I don't trust Bobby Green. That's it's always been my big thing. Whenever I need him to go out and do something good, he fucking melts down and something. He just does something to really just fry me out. What was it? Not Jalen Turner, but what was the one where he was the underdog? Oh yeah, Grant Dawson. When he went out and just killed Grant Dawson, I was
plus
just like, wait,
400.
yeah, I'm like, wait, what? Like we didn't need that to happen. What the fuck? Like, and then him getting just body bagged against Jalen Turner. And that's like you said though. It doesn't necessarily mean all that much because Paddy Pimblett would more than likely get body bagged by Jalen Turner. So, I could imagine them getting involved in some wild sort of, where he's throwing like a looping hook or maybe he misses and Paddy times a takedown perfectly, and then Bobby has no respect really for Paddy's grappling and tries to get up real quick and gets caught in one of them rear nakeds or something like that. That's what I'm hoping. I think it's going to be like really quick if it happens. I don't think he's going to have like a long 3-4 minutes of ground control. I don't think that's going to be a thing. I think it's going to be a real quick thing where it happens out of nowhere, and that's what I'm hoping for. So
let's do it.
Paddy Pimblett submission.
Gross.
I feel disgusting writing this down.
We always have to bet
10
against Patty and Molly.
Yep.
Always.
Yeah, I know. You have always been that way. I don't. This is more of an anti-Bobby Green bet than anything. I just think King Green's
That's honestly
cooked.
fair.
Yeah, like that. This is in no way an endorsement of Paddy Pimblett because he's on the fade list. He has been on the fade list since that Jared Gordon fight. He just hasn't, in my opinion, been matched up. I mean, he's been matched up with 2 senior citizens the last 2 times out. So that's where I'm like, if they give him somebody in that upper echelon of that 55, he's going to get killed, and I can't wait for it, to be honest. How about CLD, Christian Leroy Duncan, fighting Hobocop, dude. Oh man, this is a fucking matchup, bro. This is the kind of shit that I watch the UFC for. Hobocop, who I've seen get hit by hammers, get hit by a literal Triple H sledgehammer to the face, and then go on to win the fight. Christian Leroy Duncan, who has real good kind of Michael Venom Page bouncing around the octagon, Wonder Boy sort of striking. He hasn't really fought anyone close to this level of opponent. Would you agree? I mean, Claudio Ribeiro and Dennis Tululin are not exactly Hobocop. Now, Hobocop is not, the elite of the elite, but he's very tough, and he has seen some okay opponent, but I guess, he hasn't really fought anyone either. I mean, he just beat Dennis Tululin, a fight ago as well. Dennis Tululin is an easy W, apparently. And then the Brad Tavares fight, which... Brad Tavares is kind of on the other side of the fence now. So, we got minus 135, 144 CLD, and then we got Hobocop at plus 120 tie. What do you like here?
I really want to keep going to this Hobocop submission well, but I don't, he hasn't done it in the UFC once.
Yeah, I know. We keep
the last time he's done it was 2018 at Jaguar Combat. Pulled off an armbar against somebody who, he probably armbar easily. But I don't know, man. That seems like the path here. Christian Leroy Duncan is more of a striker. I don't think he has that ground game. He lost to Armin Petrosian because he got taken down.
Yep.
And Armin Petrosian's not, much of a grappler or wrestler. So, yeah, like you said, I think his record, his resume is more or less nothing. I mean, Claudio Ribeiro is pretty bad. He's lost 3 of his last 4 to some good fighters, and then he lost to Abdul Razak Al Hassan. So, I think I got Hobocop inside the distance. I just don't know how. Again, I want to go sub, but I shouldn't. But if he does it this fight, I'm going to be upset. Either way, I think inside the distance is probably a smart, safe pick here. But it could go either way. Hobocop has been caught, man. Sometimes he gets clipped coming in. Remember Bruno Ferreira put him out, and that nobody saw that one coming. Um, and then he also has lost to Armin Petrosian. But I thought he might have won that fight. Either way, he went to a decision in a grappling event with Joe Selecki, who I'm assuming he's much bigger than. But either way, still impressive nonetheless. I got Hobocop inside the distance here.
I think I'm with you. I thought about maybe betting the money line and just being safe, but I just don't. I don't trust Leroy Duncan yet. Maybe that will happen one day, but I've seen it's gonna be a lot for him to take RoboCop out. He's gonna have to catch him clean, and not to say that can't happen. I'm just saying he hasn't really fought a guy that this is like this literal RoboCop. Like it's a big monster who's gonna keep walking forward and not really let you kind of play that kickboxing outside game. And I definitely could see this going the other way. I'm not doubting that at all. I have to back my guy here, man. I gotta back RoboCop. RoboCop gets it done inside the distance. Plus, what do we got here? 215. 215 for the inside the distance. So there you go. Plus 215. I gotta start typing these up. My hand's getting tired of writing all this shit down. We got to make some adjustments to the old pod, but one day we will. How about Arnold Allen? Giga Chikadze. Giga Chikadze is a guy who had a ton of hype behind him at given points. I think his UFC record was like 8-1 or 8-0 at one point, or it was 7-0, and then he lost to Calvin Kattar. He kind of got cooked by Calvin Kattar, really bad, if I remember correctly. That was a biblical beating that he took, and then he comes out and he wins a unanimous decision against Alex Caceres, which he never really even came close to getting him out of there. Arnold Allen, on the other hand, has fought some serious high. I mean, this is a guy who was just in the octagon, like a year or so ago against Max Holloway, and he lost to him. He also lost to Movsar Evloev. Yeah, he comported himself well. Both of those fights weren't a situation where it's like, oh my God, he's in way over his head. He should not be in this fight. He should not be fighting these guys. He's definitely at this level. He is a favorite here, I believe. Arnold Allen is a minus 250 favorite against Giga Chikadze. I don't know if I really like anything here, Ty. I probably would bet Arnold Allen, but I just don't know how he gets it done. I could definitely see him finishing it, and I could definitely see this fight kind of just go in the distance.
Yeah, I don't know what to think of Giga Chikadze really either.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw him beat the shit out of Edson Barbosa, and then he turned around and eked out a very close unanimous decision against Alex Caceres. So, and in between then, he took a big beating from Calvin Kattar, got taken down a couple times in that fight. I think Arnold Allen's much better all around. I don't know if he has as much power, like just raw power, but I think he's much more explosive. I believe he's younger, correct? Right? He's
5 years younger.
He's a little up there.
Yeah.
He's a little smaller
Yeah.
than Giga, but I still think he's very strong. I think he has a very good all-around game. I feel like his fight IQ is higher. So, yeah, I mean, I'm not sure how he gets it done. Maybe he gets clipped. I feel like we've seen him get clipped a little bit. He's never been knocked out. All of his losses are decision losses, but still, Giga's a fucking kickboxing savant, I guess, if you will. So, yeah, I don't know how to,
I think
betting
I
wise.
made my decision here.
I don't know how to. Let's hear it.
I think Arnold Allen's going to finish him.
All right.
I don't trust it. I really don't. But Arnold Allen inside the distance is plus 300. The decision is minus 110. So that seems like the way that they think this is going to go. Maybe that is the play. Maybe
not.
Maybe not. But Giga is tough. That has never been disputed. So maybe that's it. I am going to take the decision because my initial thought was that it's going to be tough for Arnold Allen to finish him. It's going to be a little bit before he's able to get inside off that, that 4-inch reach, and those kicks are going to be flying out, crazily. So, and I think, are they both lefties?
Yeah,
I've
I know
seen
Arnold
both of them
Allen
fight
is.
softpow. That's crazy. Southpaw. That's wild that I just said that like that. But I've seen them both
I don't
fight
know,
southpaw.
man.
But I don't know. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to. I want to take something here. I want to take something pretty much in every fight because it's been a while since we've done one of these. I'm gonna take plus
That's
100
fair.
Allen decision.
Now it's been a while. It's been 6 years, but you get Chikadze one time did get choked out by your boy. You said he was next up, Austin Springer. So
Oh
maybe that's
Jesus
something.
Christ!
So yeah, that's a name. It's a blast
Wow.
from the past, if you will. So if Arnold Allen wants to go work the wrestling part of his game, I think he honestly could have some success on the ground in the jiu-jitsu. I just don't. I think he wants to keep it standing and bang it out,
That's one way to
if you
say it.
will.
Bang it out, ladies and gentlemen. How about that is the main card section of
Hopefully
our.
not. Hopefully they add Makayev and Cop, but
Yeah, I guess
yeah,
not, but
it's not looking good.
it's not looking good at all. We move on to Nathaniel Wood versus Daniel Pineda. I don't know how the pit got involved in all of this, but he's there. His last time out, he lost to Alex Caceres. He has a win over Tucker Lutz. Listen, Ty. I gotta be honest. I don't know. I don't know why this fight is even occurring. I guess it's just kind of a. We needed to have Nathaniel Wood get a matchup on here. He's minus 410, 450 to Daniel Pineda's plus 320, 330. But Ty, I don't know if I trust Nathaniel Wood to get him out of there. I mean, he probably should, right? In theory, but is it going to happen? I don't know. I don't really. I mean, there's been a lot of decisions on this man's record of recent. I mean, the last time he was involved in a finish was him getting finished by John Dodson, and the last finish he had was him finishing Jose Alberto Quinones. Andre Ewell before that. So, what do you make of this?
Yeah, I think Pineda's probably he's very much past. He's failed a couple drug tests. He's
Nice.
38. He lost his last fight. His last win was not very impressive. The win before that was not very impressive. I mean, look at his wins; they're all a bunch of bums. I
Yeah.
mean, Herbert Burns, Tucker Lutz, Ray Trujillo, Elias Rodriguez. That guy never made it to be anything. Dimitri Ivy, same thing. Mark Dickman, I remember that fella.
Wow.
So I'm Leonard Garcia way back in the day. So yeah, I just don't think he's very good. The thing about Nathaniel Wood is he's a flake. He's pretty talented, but it seems like he's always been a tweener weight class wise. He has some skills. He's just a little, it sometimes seems like the mental hasn't caught up with the physical. Also, I think the Naeem fight is a fight he probably should have won. I think the Casey Kenny fight was a fight he should have won. And then John Dodson smoking him in the third round. He was a little young for that, so I'll give him a pass. But some of these other performances haven't been that great. I think he probably should have finished Charles Rosa. But the Jordan and Feely wins have looked good. He just won a grappling match against Caceres. I like Nathaniel Wood here. I just don't, I don't really have a play. I don't really trust. I trust him as like a parlay piece, but obviously that comes with that minus 500 price tag.
Yeah.
So that's not really giving you much. But very generic answer. But I think it's a very easy. It just should be an easy win, no matter how he does it.
I'm gonna go Wood inside the distance, minus 110. Just
I think he should be able to get like a sub or something.
he
I know it's
should be
been
able
a
to figure out a
while,
way to get him out of here. Yeah, that's
but
like you said though. And Daniel Pineda is no stranger to being finished. He's been finished 9 times in his career. So,
yeah.
well,
Sub
what's
6.
one more? What's one more for the record? How about
Yeah, let's make it 10.
yeah? Why not? So we'll go Nathaniel Wood inside the distance. How about Molly McCann, your girl, Meatball Molly, getting back in there against Bruna Brazil. Oh wow,
Special one.
The special one. The last time we saw the special one, that's a wild nickname. She was getting beat by Luma Buname, so that's never okay.
Not
She
very
beat Shauna
special that
Bannon,
night.
though. There you go. Then
Who's
Denise
also on
Gomes.
this card?
That's Shauna Bannon's on this card. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
dude.
she's fighting the OnlyFans chick.
Which one?
Yeah. The next one up, I guess. The next one up from I think Romania, if you will.
Elise
So,
Alder. Okay, we'll get to that one.
we'll get to that.
So Molly McCann, we have one of America's biggest haters of her on the other side of this microphone. He's never been a fan. She is minus 345 here, 350 to Bruna Brazil's plus 275. Ty, is this unbettable for you?
Oh no, this is an easy bet, I think. Bruno Brazil money line plus 240. I think she gets it done here. I think she's younger. She's bigger.
She stinks though.
She's probably
That's the big issue with this.
She's probably better looking. Yeah, I think she might be a better striker. She's been the problem is I don't think she's a good wrestler. She did take down Shauna Bannon, but Shauna Bannon just turned pro like 2 years ago. Luna Lukebunami held her down for a little bit. She did take Luna Lukebunami down and held her down for longer. Just saying, Mark McMahon took her down, but Mark McMahon's like 4'10", so she can get a sneaky takedown here. The head kick's going to be there. I think that's going to be a big part of her getting this win. I think she's going to knock out Molly McCann.
So are you putting that on the card?
I'm going to do it. I'm going to put money line on the card. I know I'm probably throwing away money here, but Bruno does.
Let me know if you actually bet that. I might book that bet, dude. I might. You know, honestly, no, I don't trust Molly enough. Brazil plus 275 money line. Not a bad one.
She likes to back up a lot, and Molly likes to come forward. But all you got to do is kind of cut Molly off a little bit. Just throw a wrench in her game plan. I think you could really get her off the tracks. It doesn't take much, right? No. But I think she probably is the side here. But she's smaller. Yeah, I mean, she's probably going to get it done.
Go on, man. Just say you hate her, and enough's enough. We know how you feel. Yeah, you just want to fuck Molly McCann. She sucks. Get her out of here. I would bet a small child against her. So there you go.
You said it, not me.
Molly McCann inside the distance plus 140 is Matt McSweeney's bet, and now we keep it moving to the main event of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. The Don, Caelan Loughran. He's getting back in there against Jake Hadley. Jake Hadley's going up to 135. Ty, that's an interesting little development there. I guess the career is not going exactly the way he thought, but I mean he was already a big 25er. But I don't think the size or the anything involving the weight class was the problem. I just don't think he was that good. So that was the main issue with what was going on there. Odds wise, the Don is minus 205 here, Ty. So Jake Hadley's plus 170. Do you like anything here?
I kind of like Jake Hadley money line. Now he's another guy who likes to just disappoint a lot, right? White Kong. He's still young, but the Nascimento loss was not great. He was a big favorite for that fight. The Cody Durden fight, he was a big favorite for. I'm not too upset about that, even though we did see Durden just get demolished last week by Bruno
and he was
Silva.
Winning.
Yeah. Who Bruno Silva called out Trump.
Yeah, it's wild.
So that was fun. And then he called himself, what did he call himself? Bonus Bulldog Bruno Silva, yeah. And then he Hadley
get
lost
out of the
Charles.
Octagon, man. Do me a favor, please get out of the Octagon.
He lost to Charles Johnson as a favorite. So he's lost as a favorite 3 times. So maybe it's good that he's an underdog here against a guy who I haven't been impressed with, the Don. So he fights Angel Pacheco. That guy stinks. He beats him. He loses to Taylor Lapilus, it was an easy win for Taylor Lapilus. All he had to do was just, all he did to fight, defend takedowns, and then you're good. Outstrike him a little bit, and you win that fight. Even before that, I don't remember Caelan Loughran fighting anybody resembling a decent prospect in Cage Warriors. That kid Dylan Hazan, actually, I think he just went viral today with a flying knee, and he actually put somebody out bad. So maybe he's pretty good, even though he did lose his next fight after losing to the Don. So who knows? I don't trust the Don. I don't think he's that good. I mean, his style is disgusting. It's boring to watch. I think Jake Hadley might play into that style, which worries me a little bit. Jake Hadley is moving back up, right? Because I think he was at 125.
Yeah.
But he is bigger than the Don. The Don has very short arms. I keep calling the Don. It really bothers me.
The Don's thicker, though.
He's not the Don of anything. So I got Jake Hadley money line, plus 165. I think he gets it done. The problem is it's probably going to be a split decision. So it depends who the judges, God forbid, have in this one.
Adelaide Bird scores the contest, and you're like, here we go. Here we go. Hadley plus 180 on here. I want nothing to do with this. So I'm not betting it. There you go. There's my answer. I don't trust Caelan Loughran. He hasn't fought anyone, and I don't like Jake Hadley either, so I'm not betting either one of them. So now, Ty, we keep it moving. Like I said, to the next fight. Is this a Marcin Prochnio? Is this the correct? Yes, it is. Marcin Prochnio versus Modestas Bukkake. Wow. Good to see Mr. Bukkake back in the fold. When's the last time Mr. Bukauskas, I should actually call him, the Baltic Gladiator? When was the last time he was fighting, man? What was that?
When he fought.
He got killed by
what's
Vitor
his name?
Petrino in November, right? Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
So there
Before
you go.
that, though, he was on a heater.
When I got him confused with the other guy. Who was the guy that tried to get up and fell through the cage when they opened the door? I always mix him up with that guy. I don't know who it is, but
was it the Greek guy that Pereira fought?
Yes. That's it.
Michaelitis?
I'm pretty sure it was him. It was somebody like that. 'Cause they just got.
Well, they fought before, I think.
That guy got fucked, dude. Yeah, that was fucked.
He got fucked.
Yeah, so Marcin Prochnio is the underdog here, plus 130. Bukkake is minus 155. Ty, is this even really worth watching? I mean, let alone
It could be
putting money on the line to really, have one side or the other?
Well, Petrino got welcomed to the big stage by beating Prochnio, and then he just recently smoked Bukauskas. So, and Petrino just beat Devin Clark, beat William Knight. Yeah, I mean, his wins aren't great either. Not to say Bukauskas. I mean, Zach Pauga, Tyson Pedro. Yeah. I don't know. I think Bukauskas has gotten better.
Yeah.
And I think Prochnio has gotten worse. So
Yep.
maybe that could be a thing. They're both big. Bukauskas has a nice trainer, a good team with him.
Throw kicks, Modestas.
Our boy Will Curry. He will be on the Contender Series this summer. That's going to be exciting. But sadly, the guy he's fighting looks like a very, very, very scary gentleman from Brazil. So that should be fun.
That's usually how they do it.
Yeah. For this fight, I'm not sure. I think Bukauskas might just be, he's a little slow and plotty, but I think Prochnio really is too. I think Prochnio might have a more of a finish equity, but his last two wins have been decisions against guys who aren't very good. So I don't know, man. I think Bukauskas' decision, it could be a good little dark play if you want. I don't know. I don't have anything. Yeah, I'm staying away.
Yeah, there's really nothing here to trying to squeeze juice out of a stone here. Let's just stay away.
I like it.
Go get a drink. Go talk to your friends and family. Yeah, go look on Twitter. Go search up Elise Ardeline's OnlyFans. Do anything else but bet this fight. So, Oban Elliott. Wow, how about Oban? One of the last times I saw him out there, he was pulling the ultimate upset against Val Woodburn. I don't know about the ultimate upset, but yeah, he did beat Val Woodburn. He's got 5 decisions in a row. If he couldn't finish guys like Sean McCormick and stuff like that, that's not a good sign. I would say that's definitely not a good sign. But he is fighting Preston Parsons, a guy who we have said is the next one. He's Mr. Pressure. Ty said that he resembles a lot of Matt Hughes' abilities, and I was like, wow, that's kind of shocking that you would compare him to him. But now, listen, this is another one. Why is this even happening?
It's got to happen. It has to happen. So it must happen.
These guys are just going to grapple, aren't they?
Is going to, yeah. That's yep. Oban Elliott. It's so funny. I mean, he pretty much killed Val Woodburn and somehow almost lost that fight. Not almost, but I guess almost. So I'm not big on him. I don't think Preston Parsons is amazing, but I did have Trevor Giles money line when they fought because I was like, no way this should be that close. Even though that fight was also pretty close.
Yeah.
So Evan Elder was a lot smaller than him. Semmelsberger is pretty cooked. So I'm just going to go off of momentum, and I think Preston Parsons gets it done. Wins a decision here. I think the over here is a lock. I'm sure it's heavily favored in Vegas. So if you're doing a prop parlay, maybe add that. Maybe the over on this and the under or the over in the main event and the under in the Aspinall fight or something, But other than that, I don't have anything too I'm too confident in. So yeah.
Yeah, the problem is he got sent into orbit by Val Woodburn, and he was able to recover, and he almost finished Val Woodburn with a couple of the submissions. Like, his grappling is good, but I also think Preston Parsons' grappling is good as well. So I think it's going to get neutralized, and I think Oban Elliott might be staring at the lights at some point if the things don't go his way. Whether that be by choke or by getting separated by his consciousness through pure violence. So I'm going to stay away from this, but I would pick Preston Parsons as well. So now, Ty, this is like the shoulder. Like, this is one of the reasons we came back today. This is a Shoulder Strikes MMA main event fight right here. Muhammad Mukayev, who Poop Boy, as I like to call.
Shitman Mukayev is back.
Sending pictures of his dumps on the Twitter and showing people, like, look, I'm not feeling good. Look at that's why I didn't fight good. Look at my shit. And it's like, okay, we didn't just came out. That. And then Manel, your DNA is inferior cop, is also getting in there. Ty, this is awesome. This is the Starboy. This is why we watch this shit, man. Manel Cop, the last time he was in there, fought that guy Felipe dos Santos, and that guy looked really good against him. Really good. And then Nicolau, I think, missed weight, right? And that fight got canceled.
Look at all these cancellations.
It's unbelievable.
It's so crazy.
And then he canceled on Nicolau. You know, like, it's just, you know, and then you and your whole team is a bunch of, and then, you know, he said that word, and then, yeah. Manel Cop's got a lot going on here. A lot.
Yeah.
Ty,
yeah.
How do you think this plays out? Manel Cop is a underdog here at plus 140 to Mukayev's minus 155. Mukayev obviously is just like wrestle or L. Like, he's undefeated. He is just going to crotch sniff. He is just going to try and take him down, hold him down. That's basically the only way he can win. If they're striking, then I think Manel Cop is going to find a way to get him out of there. Like, if Manel Cop's able to keep this standing, then I think he's going to find a way to win. I am actually going to go Manel Cop money line plus 140.
I am going to follow you. I think he might be overall the better fighter. I don't know if either one of them really have that much fight IQ. I think Mukayev is just begging to lose. He's got a lot of things that, I don't know, there's a lot of red flags here. I like to root against him as well. I think that's kind of fun, even though he is talented, but he is really young. So I think the sky is the limit for him. Potentially, we'll see if he gets in his own way or not. I like that. I like everything. So I think Mukayev is going to get hit hard. He's going to get hit often by Cop. And we'll see about the wrestling and grappling. Cop's no slug there. I believe he has a couple. Guillotines. I could be wrong. I thought he had a couple of guillotines. It looks like he doesn't have any.
Who, Cop does?
Yeah, it's a rear naked choke, and then some of these other ones we don't know. He beat Daniel Barres way back in 2014. That's kind of crazy. I think Daniel Barres is coming back soon against Altamirano. Yes, he is. So, yeah, I'm with you. I got Manel Cop. I think he could even knock him out. He hits fucking hard, man, and we'll see. It's going to be a big showing for Mr. As you call him, Shitman.
Yep, Shit Boy. It's a big time showcase for him. He needs to come out of here and look good. Also, if he is the guy that he claims to be. So, Sam Patterson's getting back in there. The future. Last time we saw him, he was rear naked choking Johan Liness, and Johan Liness ended up on the permanent do not bet list. And honestly, the DNW do not watch list. It just turn the fight off when he's fighting, because that guy fucking sucks. But other than that, he's fighting Kiefer Crosby. Big Dick Kiefer is his nickname. No, I don't know. It's just BDK. I think
that's probably what it stands for.
Probably what it stands for. But Kiefer Crosby stinks.
Your boy. No, this is your boy. You said he was the next. You called him Kiefer McGregor. Kiefer Connor is what you called him. Kiefer Connor.
No fucking chance, dude.
Last time we saw him, he got fucking submitted by Kevin Jousset, who I didn't even know knew how to grapple. So that probably paints you a good picture of what might happen in this fight. The problem is Sam Patterson is tough to bet on, because you know what's going to happen, right? Or what could happen. If he gets hit, gets hit hard, he might turn his ankle and fall and go unconscious. But Kiefer Crosby trains out of SBG Ireland. Those guys don't win shit. Those guys don't win shit. So I think we got Sam Patterson here. He's a big favorite for a reason. I wonder what his sub line is. Not to be confused with Sublime. Let's see what his sub line is.
I ain't got no crystal ball.
I thought that was the Beatles.
No, Sublime, dude. I'd spend it all. You're looking
I don't
for
have a line here.
either way minus 105 for Patterson submission.
Yeah, I think that's probably the smart play, and I'm going to take it.
All right. I don't blame you, and I think I will take it with you. Patterson sub.
The old Irish versus the English, huh?
Minus 105. I don't like this at all, though, because I like the thing with Sam Patterson is, like you said, if a couple raindrops sneak through the roof, or if someone accidentally, spits their drink out at ringside and it lands on him, he might go to sleep, dude. He
might.
His chin is not good. It is not secure. It is not. He's not dipping his chin in petrol like some other guys are dipping things in petrol. So maybe he should. Maybe he should try. Maybe he should think about doing that. But yeah, let's go Patterson sub. I think Kiefer Crosby stinks. He shouldn't be in the UFC, and he only is because he's Connor's boy. So there you go. How about Mick Parkin? And they just need bodies to fight in these things. That's basically the case. How about Mick Parkin 9-0?
I guess the bodies.
Mr. Brzezinski. This guy. I've seen him go knocked out in such dramatic fashion. I mean, Waldo Cortez, he started fucking huffing and puffing around the ring and then pointed up to the sky. And then I saw a clip of him getting knocked out by that Klipczynski guy back in 2017, and that was rest in peace, dude. Welcome to the land of wind and ghost.
Yeah,
so
that was Victor Walk R8 too.
Yeah, exactly.
Pour out the Valhalla.
Whatever he just said. So, listen, but the thing with Mick Parkin is, like, can this guy finish his dinner? Can he? I'm not sure. He has it in the UFC. He just, Mo Usman, who looked horrible last week. I don't know if you were able to catch any of his fight. That was
easy
bad.
win for Thomas Peterson.
Yeah. A win against Caio Machado, Jamal Pogues. Like, these aren't exactly the who's who of the octagon life, but Ty, I gotta imagine this is Mick Parkin's first finish. It has to be. It has to be, because Brzezinski is just waiting to get finished. So Parkin is plus 200 inside the distance. That's what I'm taking.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay away here. I think he might not be able to. He might not be hungry that night. He might not be able to finish his dinner that night. Maybe his breakfast, but not his dinner. I think dinner's going to go cold.
I mean, it'll be right there around 11 o'clock ish. So
all right,
right?
Grits in them, yeah, maybe.
It'll probably be like 12 o'clock ish when this fight's going on. So
there we go. Let's see if he can finish his lunch.
Let's see if he can finish. Well, no, it's going to be at nighttime, so it's going to be a midnight snack, dude. It's going to be a midnight snack.
Let's see if he can finish his Oreos. I think I'm going to stay away. All
right, and you would be smart. How about Shauna Bannon versus OF? I don't even know if she has one. I'm just trusting you.
She does. She does, dude. She shows her booty everywhere she goes on Instagram.
There you go.
It's nice. It's nice.
All right. Well, I know you never are. You are my number one reporter when it comes to MMA OF to see what's going on there. Shauna Bannon. Last time we saw her in there, she didn't look that great against Bruna Brazil, but it didn't look like she was exactly on this level. Mama B. That's a fucking stupid nickname. But minus 170 to Alice Ardelene's plus 150. I don't want anything to do with this. This is just going to happen. I might not even watch it.
You probably, honestly, it might be worth watching just to see the lower body, if you will. But no, I think, I don't know. I think
Shauna Bannon should win this. She's bigger than her.
She should probably win. Yeah, this chick's 9-5 entering the UFC. What are we doing here? Really, is what I would say. But I think a decision is probably the most likely. I don't know what the line is. It's probably a heavily favored because it's just going to be these chicks doing nothing for 15 minutes. You know what I mean? So, but I think that's a lock.
Bannon decision is plus 115. I'm going to take that.
115. That's not bad. I'll take that as well.
Jesus God. There you go. Welcome back. Welcome back. Shoulder Strikes MMA podcast brought to you by the Hot Take Hot Box. That's UFC 304 preview. Yes, that's right. We did bet Sean O'Bannon. When you turn the red light on here, you don't expect to be locking in a Sean O'Bannon decision bet. But that's the game.
Sometimes it happens.
The game is the game, and I'll never run away from it. This is just who we are and who we will always be. It's good to be back, though. We will be back next week for sure to break down everything that happens here. We'll drop a sports pod. We'll have a Dragons pod. We're gonna try to start doing.
We're gonna do some pods.
We're gonna just try to start doing a little bit more pods. We have a lot to say. We had a long time off, so we are excited to be back, and I cannot wait. I actually can't wait to watch this card, though. I'm very excited to enjoy a nice UFC card that's not headlined by Virna Jandiroba or Tracy Cortez. So there you go, Ty. Until then, my name is Matt McSweeney.
I'm Ty Capone.
And as always, ladies and gentlemen, please make sure to just keep some of your Twitter opinions to yourself. We really don't care about a lot of that stuff, but, that's what the point of it is. So you do whatever you want, and I will continue to hate on you in secret.